fitting a quadratic to a table. So let's say we have a table like this, and we're going to come up with some quadratic that's going to fit to this table. Well, how do we know this is going to be a quadratic? Well, looking at the difference, right? Difference between -3 and 24, that's going to be 9, right? Because -33 plus 9 is going to be 24. -24 plus what is going to be 13? Well, that's 11. -13 plus what is going to be 0? That's 13, and 15, right? So the first difference is not constant, so this is not going to be linear. But we have learned in Theorem 8.7 says that if the second difference is constant, then the function is going to be quadratic. The constant 2a, this is going to be the coefficient of this guy is going to be half of the constant difference. So the difference between 9 and 11 is going to be 2, because 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 plus 2 is 13. So the second difference is constant. So we know that it's going to be, there is a quadratic function that's going to fit to this table with the coefficient half of this 2. So at this point, we know that this function is going to be half of 2, which is 1, right? So x squared plus something, right? So we have to find a something, which is like bx plus c, right? So we need to find that guy. So let's look at in another way, right? So do we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4? F of x is -33, -24, -13, 0, and 5, right? Now, let's just look at x squared. What's x squared here? 0 squared is going to be 0, 1 squared is going to be 1, 2 squared is going to be 4, 9 squared is going to be 9, and 4 squared is going to be 16, right? So we know that f of x, or the quadratic functions that's going to fit in this table, is going to be x squared plus something, right? That something is going to be, you know, if you subtract x squared from both sides, we're going to be able to find that something, right? Something is going to be equal to f of x minus x squared, right? We already know what the f of x is, and we know what the x squared is. So if you subtract those two things, we're going to be able to find that something, which is this part, right? Bx plus c part. So let's find out. F of x minus x squared, right? -33 minus 0 is going to be -33. -24 minus 1 is going to be -25. -13 minus 4 is going to be -17. -9, -11. Well, if you look at this, that constant, that difference is going to be constant, because, you know, -33 plus 8 is -25. That plus 8 is going to be -17. That plus 8 is going to be, you see? So that's all constant. That's going to tell us that's going to be linear, right? And which is, D is going to be slope, right? So the B is going to be 8, right? Now, just like we know how to find how to fit a linear functions to fitting this table. So if you just look at these things, right? So this is going to be the output. So that's going to be the output for 0, which is going to be the y-intercept, right? This looks like mx plus b, right? So that c is going to be the output for 0. So output for 0 is going to be c. Therefore, the function that's going to fit in this table is going to be f of x equals x squared plus 8, x minus 33.